Hi everybody, it is the evening of the 17th of May 2022. The BB Interactive presentation about Arma Reforger is still ongoing, but it went live on the Steam Workshop, so I've downloaded it, I've fired it up, and I thought we would go in and take a look around and get some first impressions, discuss some of the things that we've heard in the presentation already. Yeah, I think there's going to be quite a few shocks, especially for PC players, well really for PC players with Arma Reforger. Now, they've already said, you know, this is for PC and for console. It's going to be Xbox to start off with and PlayStation next. Haven't seen it on the Xbox store yet, but the impression I kind of get through the presentation that Bohemia Interactive giving is I think maybe a lot of PC players are going to think this might be a slightly dumbed down version of Arma. But remember, Arma Reforger is just a taste of what Arma 4 will be. So the workshop, so this is where you're going to get your mods. So they're moving away from having a Steam workshop for Arma Reforger. You're going to have official workshop mods that come inside the game, which means that console can have mods too. So anything that's developed for PC, console players can have it, which I think is absolutely fantastic. You've got the multiplayer, and we'll probably have a look at the tutorial in a minute, so you have a look at the game. We've got the different scenarios that allow us to play through. Here we go, tutorial game master conflict. I think that's probably, they'll be adding more of those. So generally scenarios are a way of you trying out an aspect of Arma, so whether that be infantry combat, mechanized combat, flying helicopters, that sort of stuff. And then we've got multiplayer, which these are all the people already in there, aren't they? You're already playing. And then we've got the Games Master. So what we're going to do first is we're going to jump into the Games Master, because this is the editor. This is the Eden editor, if you like, from Arma 3, or if you do DayZ modding on PC, this is like Inclement Dab's DayZ editor. So it allows us to zoom around and spawn things in. And what we'll do is we'll have a look at the look and feel of Reforger, because this really is DayZ. Right, I know I've done a couple of videos comparing Arma 3 with their real virtuality engine against the DayZ Infusion engine, and lots of people were saying, no, DayZ isn't the real Infusion engine. But what you'll see when you watch the gameplay from this is it looks very, very like DayZ. I mean, this is taking the Infusion engine probably to the next level in terms of its capability, but I fully expect to see that side of it coming into a DayZ as well. It really is bringing the titles together, but towards definitely towards the DayZ look and feel of things. You know, things feel a lot more grounded. They feel a lot more. Is dirty a good word to use? Something like that. So here we go. So this is the island. We can have a look round. In fact, if we probably go into the settings. Whack up the draw distance, loads, so we can see around better. That's better, isn't it? So this is the island of Everon that we're getting for Arma Reforger. There's a lot here, and this is this is the DayZ editor. So this is Eden. So we can zoom in. And this is where you'll be creating scenarios, and what we can then do, just so we can have a quick look around. See how, I mean, to me, this looks really like DayZ. If we double click here, we can say, let's create a player. Let's have a sniper. Let's put that sniper there. And let's play. So we're going to spawn in on the map now. I mean, the first thing I say is look how fast this is. I mean, it is way faster than the Eden editor used to be in Arma 3. But this looks, although it has more detail, to me, this really looks like DayZ. This really, really looks like DayZ. Yeah. So I think maybe a lot of PC players who are, you know, coming from Arma are probably going to look at this. And I think a fair few people aren't really going to like it that much. I'm using the high settings here. But this could be churnerous, couldn't it? This could be churnerous. Now, if we go inside the building, okay. A few bits there. See if we can get inside the main bit of the building. What I noticed when I had a quick look around earlier was there seemed to be a lot more sort of detail inside the buildings compared to definitely Arma 3, and probably compared to DayZ as well. Now the thing I would say straight away, doors don't knock you out of the way. First thing I would say straight away is this isn't a massive graphical improvement over either Arma 3 or DayZ. It definitely just it isn't. It looks a little bit better in the same way that, say, with something like Battlefield, when we went from Battlefield 4 to Battlefield 1, Battlefield 1 looked a little bit better. You know, and Battlefield 5 looked a little bit better than Battlefield 1. And like with Call of Duty, you know, that each one gets a little bit, it looks a little bit better. This isn't revolutionary in terms of the way it looks, but I think what we have to remember is you've got to kind of look past that a little bit, and we don't really know anything about how you know, the mechanics are going to work in terms of multiplayer and being able to create missions, because missions are scenarios and being able to mod, that's the heart of what Arma is. So tell you what, let's there's my we wanted to look in the inventory, didn't we? So the inventory is DayZ like, hit tab. It's kind of so that would be what's on the floor on the left. Here's my guy. I mean, you know, I mean, it's a little bit better than the DayZ and the Arma graphics, but you know, not much. Is it double K for the compass? It is, isn't it? Yeah. Have I got binoculars? Is it B for binoculars? I don't know. I don't know any of the controls yet. Okay. Have I got a secondary? No. Okay. Let's fire the gun. No, a little bit of lag there. Okay, so let's come out of this. Let's go back to the Games Master and let's spawn in a vehicle. Now, as far as I can tell, there's no helicopters yet. There's just armoured vehicles and jeeps, that sort of stuff. So what should we spawn in? What's an armoured vehicle? Vehicle type. Here we go. APCs. Yes. Alright, okay, so there's just the BTR 70. Woohoo! So let's play. Let's see if we can get into this BTR. How do we get in? Get in, driver. Oh! Okay, that's cool. How do we start this thing then? Okay, is it V to start it? Okay, so you can turn the wheels. Normally just used to be F, didn't it? Tab, quick slots. Okay, so let's have a look at the options. Settings, here we go. Settings, video, gameplay, controls. View, common, equipment, character, vehicle. Accelerate W, brake reverse S, steer left, full throttle left shift. Okay. So do we have to press shift then? Okay, so this not working, is it, that vehicle? So here's the see, I'm looking at this. Okay, so yeah, it's not massively better, is it, than DayZ? I think there's going to be a lot of critical videos coming out over the next. How do we? Is it Z to go down? Yeah. Okay, so it's Arma sort of controls. Have we got all this sort of stuff, haven't we? All sunny. Okay, so you kind of get an idea, hopefully now, of what the game looks like. Very, very DayZ vibes. Very, very DayZ vibes. Can't quite believe how DayZ this game feels. In fact, I'm not very impressed with that scope either. Okay, so let's come out of here. Let's save and return. Let's jump into the Let's jump into the tutorial so we can start running around. Practice basic soldering skills and proceed through an introduction to Arma Reforger's. Actually, what I should mention is this game is only £25, probably $30. So, you know, it is an introduction to Arma 4, which will be coming out whenever in the future. Maybe if you've watched the whole of the Bohemia Interactive presentation, you'll get it. And it is really a feedback tool for Arma. What I can't really wait for is to see what it looks like on console, because if this runs on console, this is when it will become pretty amazing. Games, top new games. Yep, it's still not there in the practice basic soldering skills and proceed through an intro to Arma Reforger. Make your way through the obstacle course as fast as you can. I mean, yeah. Oh, right. Okay. So this is straight out of west of the airfield, isn't it? Go. Hit the dirt. Crawl. Woo. You can jump. Never used to have to jump in Arma. Around we go. Quick touch the flagpole. Now down the centre of the course. Vaulting. Didn't see any stamina, did you? F. Yeah, this is all. These are all DayZ controls. These. Can we slide down? I can't remember how to slide down. Oh, we just fell. Get off. Double left shift, toggle sprint. Oh yeah, so we do have stamina. Where we got to go next? Head over to the firing range and collect the rifle from the table using the appropriate action key. Alright, we've got to get some goodies. Okay, so do we combine those two together, do we? Put that in a... How do we... Have I just taken my trousers off? I've just taken my trousers off. Okay, so we want to put our trousers back on. Reload. Head over to the firing position. Aim and fire. Adopt a lower stance. Knock down the next one using the kneeling position. Oh, I just did. The prone position is by far the best one. Now on your feet, it's time to move to the next firing lane. See the wall, get one, use cover to lean. Alright, yeah, okay. Right, let's go and have a drive. Double L to lower your weapon. Get in. Okay. Off we go. See, you don't even have to change gear. Now that's very Arma-like, not DayZ-like. Now mount the machine gun. Look behind you and hit the relevant action key. Alright, do we have to be in first person then? Switch seats, gunner. Okay, here we go. Take out the targets. How do I aim? There's no crosshair. Oh, here we go. I am rubbish at this. Good going. Hop on the driver's seat and follow the road to Point Alabama. To enable switch position vehicle, enable free look and focus on the position you want to move to. Okay. Engine on. Where have we got to go? Okay, down there. Here we go. Driving around. Yeah, so I don't know. See, the look of Arma 3, the beauty of the look of Arma 3 for me was how it was quite crisp in a way that DayZ isn't. And I guess that really is the difference between the real virtuality engine, which Arma 3 was on, and the Infusion engine, which DayZ, because this is so DayZ, it hurts. It really is. This is DayZ. This is DayZ. So I'm kind of a little bit disappointed. A little bit, because I was kind of expecting something more, you know? But then again, DayZ is incredibly immersive, and I've always argued that DayZ was much more, the graphics are much better in DayZ than they were in Arma. So, ooh, where we got to go? Go left, I think. Exit vehicle. Oh! Why do we end up over here? I'm not quite sure why we can't go to third person. Oh, there we go. Proceed to them for a quick overview. Here is the armory. Here you can freely adjust loadouts and meet the tactical requirements objective. Let's move on to the vehicle depot. Great, let's... I mean, this looks so much like DayZ. This looks like... I mean, look. See, the thing is, though, right? So this is like a DayZ barracks. This doesn't look as good as a DayZ barracks. I'm wondering whether they've turned all the settings down in order to make it run on console. I wonder if they have. Okay. Depots like this one will probably spawn a light utility vehicle. They are particularly useful when no other form of transport are available. From here, let's move to the command building. I think we've got to go upstairs. Grab radio. 0 left. It's unavailable. In conflict, you can disrupt enemy communications by securing structures such as this. By reconfiguring the command building's radio, you effectively secure the site. Just remember, all the capturable military areas in conflict are marked on your map. Zooming in on one will show the additional details. Okay, let's have a look. Right, okay. So it's that. There we go. Map zoom. See, this is very... it's kind of like a DayZ map, but also... It's a nice cross with the Arma one. Okay. Any locations with icons in blue are controlled by US forces. Those in red belong to the Soviet Army. Green icons indicate the site is held by non-state actors hostile to all sides. If an icon is yellow, it represents an unknown faction. Red lines between these points, blah, 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 blah. Continue to the motor pool. How do we get out? We climb out of a window. Ooh, can't climb out of windows yet, eh? There we go, there's a door. That's a bit of a... You know, I used to moan that DayZ doors would push you out of the way, and Arma doors do as well, but at least the doors would open. So what have we got to do over here? Inside every motor pool, you'll find a notice board which enables you to request various vehicles. Note that the selection available depends on your rank. Let's go ahead and transport some supplies. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll save that and we'll come out of there because we're kind of getting the idea that this is a nice tutorial, so you can work through that. So can we... I think let's dive in. Can we dive in? Play. Let's dive into conflict. Let's have a quick go, because I think we've already got quite a few good first impressions and an idea of what perhaps Arma Reforger is. And the way I'm thinking about it is, I think that within the Arma series of games, I think Arma 3 is going to carry on being what it is, which is the massive open world, hundreds of players can play each other, Steam Workshop, massive mods. And you can basically do anything in it. Where Arma Reforger, this is bringing that to a wider audience by making it playable on console. So definitely they've introduced the DayZ engine. I'm going to call it that, in Fusion, so it looks better. And it's not as detailed, I think, so that's probably why it will run well on consoles. And I think this will be the more user-friendly version of Arma. I mean, that's all I'm saying now. I mean, I could well be wrong. Capture all enemy bases. Secure everyone by capturing the enemy's main operating base. This can be achieved by seizing other strategic sites, kind of logistics, and gradually forcing the opposition back to the engagement. Capture all enemy bases. Let's just do it. Yes. Continue. Here we go. Where do we spawn? Let me spawn. Space, deploy. And here we are. Let's just, what we'll do, we'll just have a wander around, I think. Because there's a whole progression system in this. A bit like in Battlefield, I guess, or Call of Duty, where you can kind of rank up as you're going along. Alright, so here we are. So, what have I got? I'm just an infantryman, aren't I? I'm probably going to get shot in a minute. Your main objective is to capture the enemy HQ. A base can only be captured within range of faction's radio signal. See other bases, blah blah blah. Okay, whatever. Let's we can learn the nuances of the game later. Let's just have a wander around. Oh, hello. These look like bots.
100 meters south.
Are they bots? Are they soldiers? I think these are bots. Looks very Battlefield 3. What does my soldier look like? It's funny, this morning, because I knew Arma Reforger was probably coming out tonight, I had a load of Arma 2 videos. And so what I did was I kind of rushed to release them, because I was thinking I don't want people getting confused between my Arma 3 stuff, Arma 2 stuff, Arma 3 stuff, Arma Reforger, that sort of stuff. Someone's shooting. I think they're just on patrol, aren't they? Have I got binoculars? How do you throw a grenade? Okay, that's chat. Right, tell you what, let's go over here. And let's just look out to sea. In fact, no, let's look back inland. So there we go. So we've had a bit of a look round Arma Reforger. I think we've got a bit of a flavour of what this game is. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can come up with in terms of actually knowing how to play the multiplayer side of it and running around and perhaps doing a bit of shooting. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what reactions, especially the PC community has towards this. I think the console community will love it because it's a proper tactical shooter that we've got, where Battlefield has lost it with Battlefield 2042. Call of Duty has lost it as well, and this is going to be a proper multiplayer tactical shooter. With late 1980s weapons and a location. I think the people who may well be a bit disappointed are probably going to be PC players, because I don't think this is as complex as Arma 3. Now that's a good thing and a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. But I guess a lot of this will also come down to the fact that when it's on console, and I can actually use a controller to do some PvPing, that'll really tell me about whether the shooting side of it is good. Because although obviously this is on a PC, and I enjoy playing on PC, I'm not very good at PCing on mouse and keyboard when it comes to PC. When it comes to PvP, I'm really a controller person. So there we go. Our first look at Arma Reforger. Very, very DayZ. Very incredibly DayZ. I guess we're just going to have to see what happens over the next few days, few weeks, about what people make of this game and what we can make of this game as well. It is a budget title, £25 on PC, probably going to be the same on Xbox, about $30 US, I think, probably. There we go. But what do you think? Put your questions and comments down below, and of course I will of course see you again soon.